Okay, I held off on this video as long as I could, hoping I would feel better, and I do not. But I watched When a Stranger Calls Back from 1992, which I haven't seen in years, but I remember recording it off of the TV at the time and watching it several times. I don't think I had seen the first movie at that point, and I've only seen it once, and I don't remember it really. And I was going to rewatch it before I did this, but I didn't. So I'm basically just basing my opinion on this movie on its own merits, and I think it's fantastic. The opening scene is really great, where Jill Schoelen plays a teenager named Julia who's babysitting, and someone comes up to the house. She never really sees them, but they come up to the house claiming to be a stranded motorist and asking to use the phone. Really suspenseful scene, and it doesn't go well. I mean, the scene goes perfectly. The scene is great. The action in the scene doesn't go. Things don't go well for her character. I'm on cold medication. And then the rest of the movie takes place 5 years later, and she's in college, and someone starts stalking her, and she goes to the police, and none of them believe her, but they bring in Carol Kane's character, who's now a counselor or social worker, and she believes her and kind of takes her under her wing because, you know, they had similar things happen to them. So she also teaches self-defense training, and she ends up calling in Charles Durning's character to help consult, investigate. I thought the performances were great. As far as a serious role, I think this might be Jill Schoelen's best performance that I've seen. She has this not particularly flattering mullet, which I somehow did not remember. I remembered the short hair at the beginning, but not the mullet. I mean, I had a mullet around the same time, so I can't really say anything, but I read in an interview that her hair was actually short at the time, and to convey the passage of time of it being 5 years later, they needed to do something different with her hair, and so they came up with this, and it's supposed to represent someone who wants to hide and not bring attention to herself and kind of downplay her looks. So there's a psychology behind it, which I thought was really great. Carol Kane, I really only know from her comedy performances, like in Transylvania 65000 and The Princess Bride. So I thought she was really great in this role. And of course, I love Charles Durning, so I enjoyed him too. This is kind of a slow burn, but it had so many little moments for me, like where the stalker is kind of messing with Jill and Julia's characters by moving stuff in their apartment or leaving stuff that only they would notice. And there were several times where I was like, ugh, no way, that is so creepy. I'm being vague because I don't want to give away too much for somebody who hasn't seen it, because those little moments and stuff, and like the nuances to their performances, were what made the movie great for me. So I can see how it wouldn't be for everyone, but it was also like really emotionally heavy for me. Like, this is one of those I couldn't stop thinking about. And the stalker is really interesting. I remembered the twist at the end, and I remembered like the opening scene, and I remembered Carol Kane's character teaching self-defense, and that's basically all I remembered from the movie. But the twist at the end was still really effective. It was better than I remembered. So I really enjoyed rewatching this, And I guess that's all for now. So until next time, keep on creeping on. Yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot.